Hello everyone, this is a video about this Panasonic Walkman, and the model number is somewhere around here. This is a stereo radio cassette player, and the model number is RQ-SX77V. I mean, V means it has the radio, and SX is the model number that it goes up a notch every time that Panasonic used to release another Walkman, another generation or another version of Walkmans. So this was a very good looking and very somehow untouched Walkman, but it has some scratches on the top, but nothing major really. And here you can see again that it's really good. And what I like about these Walkmans is that, you know, it has the radio as well. If you run out of your tape or you got tired of your tape, you can switch to the radio, FM or AM radio, obviously most preferably FM radios. And another reason that I like this is because all the controls are here and there, so you don't need a inline remote control in order to unleash all the capability of this Walkman. So this Walkman had another additional problem that I explained to you as I go along. That was with the transport system and auto reverse, and, you know, somehow engaging the head and pinch rollers to the tape. That was very complex, and that was the first time that I have came across such a problem like that. But I'm gonna explain to you how, if you come across such a problem, you can rectify that. Unfortunately, I have fixed everything now, so I can only explain to you what was the problem. So this one takes a single battery, one of these gum stick batteries, and also you can, if you have the AA battery pack, you can connect it to extend the life of playing life of this Walkman. And I guess is about 50 to 60 hours, or if you are using the radio only with reasonable volume, is about 72 hours. So the price of this item, if you purchase it like this, not working, is about 40, maybe 30 to 40 pounds. And if you come across the working ones, is about 50 to 70 pounds. And even if you could find some you know, inline remote with this and a battery pack and a pouch, you can expect to pay 150 to 200 pounds for this if it's in the box with a charger and everything. I'll show you maybe a eBay somehow listings about this if I can find it. But for the time being, it's just I play some songs and track to show you the radio. Radio is just with this, and then you know, let me explain all the keys and, you know, buttons of this and then I'm going to show you the radio. So on this side you have only the hold button, and then volume, and then inline remote jack. On the top we have the play, forward and reverse, and then stop, and then fast forward, or plus, or rewind, or minus in case of the radio, for selecting the radio preset stations. It has 10 of them. And here we have tuning mode for saving your station settings, and switching between the presets, and so on and so forth. And then here you have direct access to the sound selector, which is normal, extra bass, super extra bass, and the train. And on the other side you have the battery compartment. This one, it had a little bit of corrosion, but still it's working fine, and the battery is in there already. And then here you have the open. The open of this is really interesting because on either side it can open it. So if you press to this side, it opens, and even if you press to the opposite side, it will open. And now we are getting to the head, and let me see if I can show you everything here. My trusty torch, if you can see that everything is in relatively good condition. The head is good, and the pinch rollers are fine, and the capstans are fine too. So this one, as I mentioned in every video, you have to pay attention to these sensors there in blue. So if those are not there, you should know that something is wrong with this, and you have to find a replacement, because when you put a tape in there, it cannot recognize that there is a tape in there. So if you press play, reverse, or rewind, nothing is going to happen. So this is the head, another view of that. That is in excellent condition. And what I like about this is this lever here, that it presses against the tape to avoid any movements, any undesirable movement when you're walking or running. And the screen is really good because you can see unrestricted view of the tape, how long you have left of your favorite tape. And somehow this had a little bit of corrosion. I show you in the pictures that I took from inside for looking inside of this. Anyhow, and when you press the radio, it goes to FM straight, and as I mentioned, it has 10 preset settings for the radio, and with the minus, and when it's on memo, it means memory. When you press, it's just a scroll through the memories available. If there are no memory available, it scrolls back to the beginning. So I have set some preset station, but unfortunately, because of the copyright strike, I'm not gonna play anything on that sense. And this is the AM, as you see on the top, and the display shows the battery and the radio station and which memory you are there set at. Let me just use the unfortunately it flickers the screen. So you have AM there, and then now if you press stop, it just goes to the tape. So now I put a tape in there and play some tracks, and it's a head feeder. It means you have to put the head first and then close. And now if you press play, it just shows you is playing mode, and then which side is it, and this is the forward, and if you press it again it goes to the reverse, and if you press while playing, it has 9 settings for reversing or forwarding up to 9 tracks, and then stops and plays. Anyway, it's really good, and this is one of my favorites, and to be honest is all recommendable, but some of these they have some faults that we are going to talk about shortly. So let me connect it to the speaker here, the Sony Walkman speaker. That is one of my favorite as well. It takes 4 AA batteries, and it also takes some wall adapter. So let's play some tracks and see how it goes. So now this is playing time, and here we go. I will just do some rewind, automatic music sensor. It goes back to the beginning of the song and it stops and then plays. And here I just wanted to show you that this item is somehow is unique because of the way that all the controls have been situated on the top. So if you have some sort of pocket, when you put it in your pocket, you can easily find all of these, and then by memory you can find them and play it without any problems. But obviously if you have the inline remote, that would be even more helpful. So before I show you the price of this on the eBay and the inline remote, let me show you some images from inside this. This is unopened. I am yet to desolder all of these points to flip the PCB, and now as you see is I opened it and I took the disc on the top of this away in order to install the belts. And here is another bigger picture. And I think I had one image. I think is this one, that the problem that it had was these two arms, they are moving together in order to do auto reverse or bringing the head down or up, or for rewind and forward. But at the end of this, arm there is a pin coming to the back of this gear. So that pin was broken, so I had to take everything out here, all of these gears out, in order to access this. And then I had to also take this arm off in order to have better access to glue the pin back in. And the pin is rather here at the back of this gear. So now you know, if you, let me just do this. So now if you get one of these, and if you're playing this song, this Walkman, just if you press play, and if it doesn't you know, carry on playing, and it plays a little bit, not playing music, plays the motor, and then it stops, it means that pin at the end of this arm is broken. And it's really difficult to because it's very tiny, so it's very difficult to glue it back in. But nothing is impossible if you have a good eye or magnifying glass and some unshaken hands. Anyway, that's really it. Let me see if I have another image of this that is more clearer. I think it's this one. And as you see, the PCB flips over. Anyway, this video is getting too long, so before you complain about the length of this video, let me just end this video. I fully recommend this item. And remember, all of the transport system or mechanical gearing of these Panasonics, they are all the same. So if you have one donor part, you can use it to repair or fix the other ones that you are purchasing. And the problem of this also was the center clutch grommet. Let me just show you here. Let me just see which one was it. Is in there. That was cracked. So that pin is in the center of this gear with a spring behind it. So it's just, when it cracks, it just pushes out the grommet, this grommet. But if you are careful when you are opening it, the grommet and the spring should be there inside. Just be careful when you are opening it. Anyway, this video is getting too long. Thanks for your watching, and until my next video, take care of yourself and each other, and as always, have a great time.